Game 4, best of 5. That means a possible handshake line. In this case, for the second game in a row. The Quebec Nordiques leading the Rochester Union 2-1. Alex Smeck hoping to will his team to a deciding 5th game after their come-from-behind victory staved off elimination on Tuesday. They were down 3-1 in the 3rd. They won 4-3. Quebec and Rochester. Nordiques looking to advance for the second game in a row. Game 4 has begun as Ian Wild brings it into the attacking zone. He's shut off in the corner by Shea Theodore, and Rochester will get forward. Crowd on their feet to will their team on. BJ, who scored the last-minute winner, has its stick lifted. Chasing after is Wild. He'll get there in time, but not an angle to shoot. Kehoe with one, and that deflected off the shin pads of Theodore. Here is Jake Brown bringing it over the blue line. Sorry, Tristan Burley. And here Theodore score! We have not seen the Union get off to a start like this. This is their first period goal of the series, and it comes not even 3 minutes in. Shea Theodore in the slot, able to rifle it over Oleg Lazine. It's the perfect start. Burley and Brown with the assists on the goal by Theodore. Rochester off and running. Fontaine nearly picked off, gets it back. Frank down low for Nylander, and a shot by Nylander just grazes wide of the post. And the Nordiques still have it as a shot by Matthew Kaspero. It's a shut off by Alex Mack. Big hit on Theodore as Nikolai Goldobin leads it on for Kevin Hamilton. Rister is blockered away by Lazine, looking for a bounce from a sharp angle. Nylander brings it back up the left, down low for Frank. Nylander is shot, saved by Mack, and he'll get the whistle. Christensen leading the series in points. 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 in the first 3 games. Nordiques looking to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals with a win as they come in with a 2-1 series lead in this best 3 out of 5. Rowney with one that's blocked down by the back-checking Matt Cavanaugh. Justin Holt forward, tried to center. Rowney picked it off. Marcus Pettersson with a pass to the right for Tom Kuhnhackl, bringing it through. Sherman had that one stick to the corner by Lazine. Kuhnhackl still on it behind the net. Back for Sherman, doesn't take the shot. Goes to the slot, shoots one, and it's saved by Lazine. He'll cover. Took another bounce off of Holt, but it settled down in the blue paint for the goaltender to freeze play. Sherman was sent down by Cavanaugh right after he took the shot. 11:15 to go, first period, game 4. Rochester has to win. So far, so good. They lead 1-0. Jake Brown for Tristan Burley. And that one ricocheted off a pair of skates. BJ is tripped. There's going to be a penalty coming up. Nathan Kasparos, who has yet to score in this series, rather surprising given he led the league in goals in the regular season. Scandella touches it up for BJ, and the man advantage will commence for the Union. Penalized player is Holt. He goes to the box for tripping. Midway point in the first. Premier penalty. As Bufflin will clear it down and get the kill off to a good start for Quebec. Shea Theodore with a pass across for Nathan Chikowski, also looking for his first goal of the regular season or playoffs. Here's BJ Rister, glove down, and covered by Lazine. Frank and Sherman. Sent back for Hamilton. They play catch. Porter! And that one deflected off in front, wide of the net. Fontaine in the corner. Taking one by Goldobin for Sherman. Back to Goldobin. Trying to jam it at the side. And it popped to the corner. Is cleared down by the Nordiques as far as center. That's going to be offside. Lazine comes out to play it. He leaves it for Bufflin. 49 seconds to go. And it's cleared all the way down the length of the ice to be chased by Brown. Goldobin Down low for Sherman. Laid across. Goldobin. Save. Loose in the crease. Fontaine got it out. Sherman trying to get it back. As Christian Kehoe now brings it in and dumps it in from the red line. As that will finish off the penalty. Nordiques survive it. Back to 5-on-5. Union on the counter. Picked off by Holt right out of the box. Justin Holt through, and that shot deflected into the clutches of Mech. It was Kehoe who pulled the trigger in the slot. Tomorrow from Denver, Game 5 between the Silverbacks and the Killdozers. Winner take all. To move on to the conference finals, loser goes home. Be sure to tune into the channel for that one. First decisive game is Kasprowicz right in front. What a save by the stick of Lazine. How did he keep that out? Nathan Kasprowicz charging in. It looked like the puck was behind him. Lazine had to use his stick to swat it away from the goal line. Rochester looking like the better team right now, as they try to force a Game 5. Here's Kehoe, lost it to Brown. Biget picked it up. Now Tristan Burley has Nathan Kasprowicz down the lane for Biget instead. Biget missed the net with a shot, but not by much. Ian Wild forward on the counterattack, brings it in over the blue line. Now for Kehoe, save made by Mack as he tried to go 5-hole. Burley is creamed behind the play. Nathan Kasprowicz forward, spins with it, and the knuckler goes into the glove of Lazine, which was outstretched. It was Biget who took the shot. And I'm sure we're going to have to see that Kehoe-Burley hit again. Boom. Oh man, looks like Kavanaugh got in on it too. He's been bringing the physicality in this first period, which has 3:56 left in it. Gauthier and Holt on the draw in the offensive zone for the Union. One back, but picked off by Maltby. This is Kavanaugh stopping up, brings it over the red line, and slings it into the attacking zone. Kavanaugh. He is crunched by Dumoulin, but taken back by Marois. Nordiques still on it. Maltby behind the net for Holt. Out for Marois, but he didn't take the shot. Here is Maltby, intercepted by Will Carrier, trying to bust up the middle, but he laid it back for Nathan Chakowski. Down low for Carrier. He's going to dump that one in. Marco Scandella is pinning the boards. That one popped loose. Moore trying to get it, and he does. For Theodore, ricocheted for Carrier, but he's pushed off by Kavanaugh. Brought the other way by Victor Maltby over the blue line. Maltby had that one bounce off of Chakowski. Laid it all the way back to the point for Bufflin. Moore picked it off before Marois could rip the one-timer. 6 seconds left in the first. One last rush. Moore for Gauthier. Drive! And that one's blocked. Goldobin trying to get it from a sharp angle. The first period is over as Dumoulin whiffs on at the blue line. Exactly the start Rochester needed. Can they maintain it? Second period next in Game 4.
Hey, fan. We have a car on the east lot with its light on.
Period number 2 getting underway. Ola Christensen and Joseph Biget on the draw. Nordiques trying to get into gear. They were on their heels for most of that period. They need one to tie. Their goaltender was on it, though, to keep them down by only one. Biget takes to the slot, drop for Brown. Nathan Kasprowicz with a wrister! Rebound for Burley! And Lazine stopped it. Puck popped all the way back. Taken up by Ian Wild, sent on for Kehoe. Nordiques get the attack going. Christensen tripped up by Nathan Kasprowicz. He'll go to the box. And the Nordiques will go to the power play. And the energy right there sucked out of the building. In what could be the last home game of the season for Rochester. We shall see. One back by Frank. Laid for Matthew Kasprowicz. Picked off by Gauthier. And just on the top of the glass. That was nearly a delay of game penalty. The Nordiques are deadly on the man advantage. Ricocheted for Rowney at center ice. Picked up by Matthew Kasprowicz. He's hit off. Theodore for Pedersen. And swung down the length of the ice. Minute 11 to go on the penalty. Banked by Fontaine. Dumped in by Frank. Pedersen wins the race to it and clears it all the way down as it skipped away from Maurice Fontaine. Here is Ian Wild. Laid one up for Kasprowicz. Drop back for Fontaine. A What was that supposed to be? And he just banked it right to the opposition. It's cleared down again. There'll be time for one more rush on the pretty mediocre power play here. But here's Matthew Kasper trying to windmill his way around. And Moore able to sweep in, take it away. Penalty over. Carrier brings it forward. Nathan Kasperowitz out of the box. Carrier across, intercepted by Wild. Defensive line change. Nordiques looking to catch him in it. It's a 3-on-2. Here's Matthew Kasper through. Wild a shot, and that one is shrugged away by Mack. Brought ahead by Porter. Drop to the point for Dumoulin. Porter playing catch with Dumoulin. Schakowsky. That's blocked. It's Matthew Kasper. It's off to the races. Breakaway. Save made by Mack, and Dumoulin will get it away for the Union. Best chance for Quebec all game right there. And Alex Mack equal to the task. Christensen through for Kehoe. Laid it down for Kavanaugh. Waiting. Backhander. Stopped a second try as well. Pinned to the boards is Schakowsky. Puck kicked loose. Christensen across for Kehoe. Back to Christensen. And Mack made the stop. And Dumoulin gets it away for Schakowsky. Nordiques looking better, but they can't score. Here's Bijay. Dropped it back, and Christensen picked off, and a stretch pass from Marois. Back and forth action. Marois shot! Save made by Mack, and a bunch of bodies come in piling, including Victor Maltby, will have a face-off. This is starting to get good, as if it wasn't already before. Halfway through regulation, Rochester with a 1-0 lead in this must-win game for them to keep their Andre Cup hopes alive. This is Tristan Burley. In the corner, wriggles by. Burley down with Nathan Kasperowitz missing it with a shot. Holt for Marois. Kavanaugh stretched up for Victor Maltby, and he'll dump it in. Going for it behind is Pedersen. And that one hacked just wide by Justin Holt. Nathan Kasperowitz, 8 minutes to go in the second. This is Sherman! And that one punched away off the pad of Lezine. Marois has support. Marois through Desjardins, didn't take a shot. Marois with one, and that's gloved down by Mack. He read it perfectly, and the shot went harmlessly right into the glove of the goaltender. Trying to get the fans into it here. You're gonna have to weather this surge. They win the faceoff. Theodore, short one for Rowney, intercepted by Hudon. He's hooked. A second Quebec power play coming up. So Luke Sherman goes to the box for the hook on Charles Hudon. Second time this period, Nordiques the man advantage. They're hoping this one was better. They really didn't have any pressure last time around. They didn't get a single shot on goal. And immediately sprung on by Trevor Moore, and he'll dump it down. Nylander, over the blue line, laid it up for Maltby. Maltby spinning on it, tried to center. Christensen able to spring on it, laid it for Maltby now. He hungs on, through for Christensen, oh, and he just whiffed on it in front. He would have scored if he made contact. Bufflin, down low Christensen, playing catch with Nylander. Bufflin up for Nylander. Doesn't make the pass, taken away by Carrier, but held in at center by Bufflin. He's retreating under pressure from Moore, who's half his size. I don't know why he's afraid of him. Here's Christensen. Maltby playing catch. 33 seconds left in the penalty. Christensen drops it back for Kehoe. Back to him again. Nylander for Kehoe. Waits on it. Intercept by Carrier. And that should probably finish the penalty. They looked slightly better. Oh, that's a mistake. Rowney able to spring on it in the corner. Here's Sherman. Laying it back for Schakowsky. Could have taken a shot there. He had a lane. Behind the net, Gauthier. Play for Rowney. Back for Gauthier. Sticked away. And Maltby with the pass forward for Christensen. 3:03 to go. Christensen trying to bust by. Rowney took it. Intercepted by Clarence Frank. Down low for Wild. Played it back for Frank. 2 minutes left in the period. Tristan Burley. Stopped up. Laid it for Schakowsky. Back to the point. Dumoulin! Oh, he just missed the net with a shot. And Wild intercepts the pass from Schakowsky. In the final minute here, Wild trying to weave by. He does! Scores! Ian Wild able to step by. Snipe smacking in the final final 35 seconds, they've tied the game. Ian Wild past Brian Dumoulin, and he picks his favorite spot, top left corner, and he couldn't have shot it any more perfectly than that. He was their MVP of the playoffs last year, in which they were eliminated by the Redcoats. Hadn't made much of an impact up to this point yet this time around, but that's a huge goal to tie this game. Finally, the pressure pays dividends. One last rush for the Union before the end of the period. Carrier back, no time for a shot. All to play for in the third. The stakes have not been higher yet this season. 1-1 from Rochester.
If you have the best decorated car or home,
If the Union win, we're heading back to the Ville de Quebec. If the Nordiques win, they got tickets to Mississauga this weekend for Game 1 against the Redcoats, which will be, I believe, Monday. Nathan Kasprowitz, Union. We're looking to go. BJ Santeria score! The guy they count on, finally making his playoff impact. Rochester back in front 2-1. Kasprowitz on the rebound, right out of the gate in the third period. Union 2, Nordiques 1. Nathan Kasprowitz finally has his first career Andre Cup playoff goal. Couldn't have come at a better time either. Here's Keogh on in front, score! Christensen has tied the game right back. That did not last long. The Nordiques immediately counterpunch. Christian Keogh out in front. Ola Christensen able to hack it home with the snapper past Mack. Kehoe in the corner, two Union players around him. They undercompensate on Wild and Christensen in front. One of them was bound to make contact, and it was Christensen. The leading point getter in the series extends his advantage in that category. It's now 6 points in 4 games for him.
goal scored by number 11.
Here is Biget. Stops back to the point, and Burle able to hang on. Doesn't take a shot. Biget with one off the post with the shot. It deflected off of Kasprowitz. Here's Nathan Kasprowitz in the corner, and a pick. Burle! Save made by Lazine. What a start to the period as Shakowski forgets what offside is and skates it into the attacking zone when it was clearly off. Desjardins. And low for Fontaine and brought ahead by Clarence Frank. 2-2 tie. Game 4, Eastern Conference first round. Nordiques up 2-1 in the series. If they win, they move on. If they lose, we will have a winner-take-all Game 5 in Quebec City. Here's Fontaine for Matthew Kasprowitz. Played on for Clarence Frank. Frank dropping back. Has Fontaine at the point. Instead, he goes across for Matthew Kasprowitz. He breaks the stick on the shot, and it could be a 2-on-1 developing. Kevin Hamilton trying to step by. He'll dump it in as they make a line change instead. An opportunity perhaps missed there for the Union. Ricocheted around, held in by Shakowski. Kuhnackel trying to get it through, and it fell for Desjardins. Louis Marois tried to stop up. He's hit on the boards by Dumoulin, and he's going to truck Luke Sherman. But the Union still have the puck. 10:50 to go in regulation. Tom Kuhnackel takes it to the corner. He's knocked off, and it fell for Kavanaugh. And now Louis Marois. Marois dropped back. Here's Kavanaugh, save, rebound at the side of the net for Victor Maltby. Unable to hack it in from a sharp angle. Held in by Scandella. Ricocheted around. Maltby dropped it through, picked off by the Union, and Carter Rowney will bring it forward. Rowney with no support. Lays a pilot. He's hit hard. But Gauthier delivers a crunch. Freddie Gauthier trying to thread the needle. Could not. And it's brought back ahead by David Desharnais. Sent for Kevin Desharnais. A shot and a great save by Mech. We're still even. 7:30 to go. Pedersen through for more. Has Gauthier charging to the net. Out for a shot. Rebound for Carrier. Couldn't quite get to it in time. Played behind by Lazine and taken by Hudon. Bad ricochet off the net. More pressing for it. Our camera crew sucks. Carrier intercept. Giroux trying to step by. Has Theodore with him. Laid it for Desharnais. Stopped and covered by Mech. 5:38 to go in the third period in a tied game. For me, these are the best sports moments. When there's nothing to separate the two teams and the stakes are this high. Always on the edge of your seat, you never know what will happen. Jordan Porter in, he's gonna get knocked off, but he gets it back, will dump it in, and chasing after it, Kevin Hamilton. Great way to keep it on, Pascal Doman! What a save by the blocker of Lazine, he was able to get across in time. That looked like the go-ahead goal developing. Nordiques come forward. This is Christensen back for Maisonneuve. Kehoe. Sent back Maisonneuve. Here's Christensen. Still on it. Christensen back to the point for Bufflin. Christensen still. Kehoe cross. One-timer! Knuckled! And stopped by Mech. That was Wild who let it rip. Brought back up by Hamilton. Down low for Goldman. Dry save! Trying to get a rebound! And no one was there to touch it home for the Union. Brought ahead by Clarence Frank, minute 40 to go, regulation. Nordiques on the attack. This is Nask. Oh, no! Sorry, I was a little premature. I thought that was going in. For Matthew Kasper, Desjardins, and Nylander! Into the glove of Mech. Of all the commentary I've done this season, that's the first time I've said score when the puck did not enter the net. My apologies. Got a little excited. Can you blame me? 56 seconds left. One back. Here's Pilot. And Nathan Kasper's head ricochet off escape. Union won it at the very end of regulation in Game 3. Can they do it again here? Nathan Kasper goes by, shoots. BJ scores! It's him again! 45 seconds left. That is the same guy that saved the rear ends last game. Kasper shot, rebound for Joseph Piché. And the Union take a late lead. As the great Bob Cole would say, oh baby. Nordiques still have time, net empty, Holt, drop back for Fontaine, stick lifted, and chasing after it is Burley. He's got an empty net to shoot at, blocked down in front. Nordiques have 32 seconds. Can they send this to overtime? Dumped in behind for Dumoulin. Dumoulin bringing it forward, empty net to shoot at, 22 seconds, score! This series could have easily been over by now, but this Rochester team, they play it tight. At the end of both these games at home, they rallied, they fought, they clawed. And they're 21 seconds away from forcing Game 5. What an effort it has been for them. Dumoulin had it knocked away. Brought ahead by Carter Rowney, fans counting down. Tchaikovsky is shot, couldn't get a rebound, and it's gonna take 5. The Rochester Union have done it again. The Cardiac Kids of the HL, 2 games in a row facing elimination. They score the winning goal in the final 50 seconds of regulation, both times. And we're shipping up to the Belle Province for Game 5 on Saturday morning. What a first round of the playoffs playoffs this has been, both the East and the West, both series are going to go the distance. Final score of this one, the Rochester Union home team 4, visiting Quebec Nordiques 2. And there's BJ, the same guy. He did it last time, he does it again in the final minute. Can you believe it? 3 stars are Brown, Castles, and of course BJ, who I don't think, although he grew up in Quebec, I don't think he's going to be very well liked when they go back up there for Game 5, as he has twice in a row denied the Nordiques their conference final berth. Can the Union pull off the reverse sweep, or will the Nordiques get their momentum back at home and win the series? It's all going to come down to one game to settle it. Game 5 on Saturday. See you then. For now, this has been a production of HL, and I'm out.